Hi all, so welcome back to our channel Ach'z and Ach'z here. In this section we are going to discuss about linking words, or we can say cohesive device, or simply connecting words. So connecting words are very important while speaking and also in writing. And we will use informal connectors while speaking and formal connectors while writing. So the written language is entirely different from speaking language. So let's check out 7 important connectors that we will compare the formal and also the informal connectors with the same meaning. So let's start with our video. So the first one, if you need to add informations, you can use and informally and as well as formally. So you can replace as well as instead of and. So let's see some example for that. He was a man of remarkable literary gifts as well as a good soldier. So rather than using simple sentences, if you want to construct a complex sentence, means definitely we need to use a cohesive device. So here the same sentence we can split down also, like he was a man of remarkable literary gift, full stop. So the next sentence, he is a good soldier. Rather than writing two simple sentences, we just combine the data with the help of a connector as well as. So if you are saying it informally, we can just replace it by and also. He was a man of remarkable literary gift and he is a good soldier. Like that also we can say. So instead of and, here we used as well as formally. Another example, they are used for drinking as well as for bathing purpose. We can simply say they are used for drinking and bathing purpose. Next one, he owns a car as well as motorbike. Instead of that, informally we can say he owns a car and a motorbike. So our first connector is and or else as well as informally. I think you are clear with that. So whenever you want to give additional information, you can use formally the cohesive device as well as. So moving on to our second connector, but or else whereas. So if you want to write anything with opposite idea or contradicting view, informally we can use but, and formally instead of that you can use whereas. So let's see some example for that. All of my sisters are doctors, whereas I'm a teacher. I'm not like that. I'm not in the same profession. It's just a contradicting thing. Simply you can say all of my sisters are doctor but I am a teacher. Next one, both of my parents went to college whereas I only finished high school. Informally we can say both of my parents went to college but I only finished high school. So we can use this whereas as a starter also to open up a sentence. For example, whereas I am a vegetarian, my whole family eats meat. I am a vegetarian but all other family members are non-vegetarian. So just contradicting thing. You can use but also. My whole family eats meat but I am a vegetarian. Okay, the next one. My husband is allergic to dogs whereas I am a dog lover. My husband is allergic to dogs but I am dog lover. So but and whereas. Informally you can use but to connect any contradicting view. Instead of that, formally you can use the word whereas. So instead of whereas you can use however also to show the contradicting view. Moving on to our third set, either or simply or. Informally we can just connect two options with or as a cohesive device, but if you are writing that informally you can use either or. Let's see some example for that. Either he or she cooks dinner. Instead of that, simply also we can say he or she cooks dinner. Either Mark or Samuel will go. Simply we can say Mark or Samuel will go. I will either write to you or phone you next week. Simply you can say I will write or call by next week. So the next example, you can either come with me now or walk home. Instead of that, you can just simply say you can come with me or walk home. If you are using this particular connector, you need to confirm that you are connecting to noun, to verb or to clauses. And one another situation I just want to explain along with that. If someone give you any options and you are not at all caring about that, that means you are not bothered about the outcome or the result or about that particular matter. So you can just say either or. That means whatever it will be, I don't care. Or else you can say either. or either. It's the same word only, but we will pronounce that differently, like either. That means whatever it will be, I don't care. Like that also you can use it. Then our fourth cohesive device, if you need to connect a reason with a result, in the sense informally we will use so. Formally you can use as a result of or as a result. So let's see some example for that. Jackson misbehaved with his boss. As a result, he lost the job. So Jackson misbehaved with his boss. So that is the reason. And what was the result? He lost his job. Or we can just simply use so. Jackson misbehaved with his boss, so he lost his job. Next one. He took too many loans and as a result, he went bankrupt. Simply we can say he took too many loans, so he went bankrupt or suicide. So the next example, David twisted his arms and as a result, he would not be taking part in the basketball tournament. Simply we can say David twisted his arms or he met with an accident. So he won't be able to or he would not be able to take part in the basketball tournament. If you want to connect a reason with a result, simply we can say so to give the reason, or else formally you can connect with as a result of. And along with that, if you want to use it as a starter, in the sense just you can write as a result of. But if you are using that in between a sentence, means you need to write and as a result, okay? So moving on to our fifth set. If you need to concentrate only on the result, in the sense you can use because informally or else since formally. So it will be same like so and as a result. Same situation you can replace with because and since. Since also you can use as a starter, that means to open up a sentence, or else in between. So let's see some example for that. Since then, he had treated her with total result. Since then, he had treated her with total results. Here we are focusing only on result. So simply we can say because of that, he had treated her with total result. So the next example, I have been made aware of that fact since I was a child. Same thing you can use informally. I have been made aware of that because I was a child. So the next example, since everyone knew the fact to a man's heart was through his stomach, she started with a special meal. Same thing you can just say informally, because everyone know the way to a man's heart was through stomach, she started with a special meal. One more example, the restaurant has many windows and since it is surrounded by water, every seat ensures an ocean view. Informally, you can say the restaurant has many windows because it is surrounded by water. If you need to focus only on the result, you can use since or because. Because informally and since formally. So our next connector, if you need to give example, informally you can use like and formally you can use such as. Let's see some example for that. Shop sells computer parts such as keyboards, screens and disk drive. Simply you can say the shop sells computer parts like keyboards, screens and disk drives. Next one, actors such as Mammootty and Mohanlal have made lot of films. Instead of that, simply you can say actors like Mammootty and Mohanlal have made lots of films. Next one, websites such as Facebook and Twitter are very popular. Simply you can say websites like Facebook and Twitter are very popular. So I'm not telling these are the only words you can use or only connectors you can use. Formally, we can give example by using for instance, for example, to pretend, etc. So our last set of connectors, if you want to emphasize anything or if you want to highlight any particular thing, informally you can use especially and formally in fact. So let's see some example for that. His jokes seemed spontaneous but were in fact carefully prepared beforehand. Simply you can say his jokes seemed spontaneous but it were especially carefully prepared beforehand. Next one, the rumors is without foundation in fact. So simply you can say the rumors especially without foundation. Next one, there are some people who enjoy work. In fact, they love to work. Informally, you can say there are some people who enjoy work, especially if they love to work. One more example, I am not an athlete. In fact, I am terrible at sports. Simply, you can say I am not an athlete, especially I am terrible at sports. So to add to it, especially it's an adverb and in fact that is a discourse marker. I hope you all enjoyed this section and you got some idea regarding the connectors or the cohesive devices we can use formally and informally. So thank you so much for watching. I will come out with more short videos like this to help you out in your IELTS preparation. So thank you so much and God bless you all.